Welcome to the Advanced Financial Acoustic Den. My name is Troy Hanson here once again at 1029thebuzz.com. You're part of our inaugural installment of what we like to call Cooking With. It's a Sunday. Sunday brunch at my house means omelets. We're doing hotel-style omelets in a hotel station style with Joe, Josh, Lizzie, and RJ, collectively known as Halestorm. Hey, you four. You can't cook anywhere in this town, let alone this country, without clean hands. So I'm ordering these four and myself to the restroom to clean our hands.
I don't mind. I go in here. Lights. I got it. There's no paper towels!
Just in case.
I got the paper towels! Josh! Get it! RJ! Lizzie, paper towels! There we go.
Do not give this kid a knife.
These are soft and fluffy, but I could stab a guy.
All right, let me wash my hands.
I don't understand why nobody wanted to wash their hands with me. I don't get it.
Okay, after you've got clean hands, you can begin making sure you've already had clean veggies. We're gonna make a nice veggie. Well, we can put some bacon in this because all four of you told me earlier that you're down with meat.
Oh yeah, bacon.
You're down with meat. Which, by the way, it's already been suggested that down with meat needs to be its own segment that we're gonna do here at some point.
Welcome back to Down with Meat.
In the den, exactly, exactly. But each of you is going to have a task here today. But really, how we best start this, what you always want to do is kind of get a couple of things going first that you know are going to take a little bit longer. And bacon is one of those things that always takes a little bit longer. So you want to make sure you got some good heat going here. So we want to plug in our range.
Bacon.
Big. Yeah. Big fans of bacon. Bacon makes everything good.
Sweet.
Saw this great picture on the internet. Finished bacon, then pancake batter over the bacon, and it's been cooked, so you make bacon pancakes.
How about that?
Bacon cakes.
Bacon cakes.
It's like that bacon donut in
Everybody always has to have a role that they play when you got this many cooks in the kitchen. So we've got to figure out what everybody's going to be doing. So I like to get bacon going first, but we also have to get chopping going. So Lizzie, tell me who the chopper is in your band.
Let's see, I think Josh is the chopper.
Pretty good bit.
He's
Okay.
He's the
You're
chop
up
master.
in. There's two key things that you're going to have to worry about here, Josh, because you got a little kind of a sumo knife here. You got basil and you've got Thai here. But RJ, you can actually help at the same time too. Because what I need you to be doing, I need you to be shucking thyme is what this is called here.
Shucking
thyme comes on a little stick here, right? We want what's, that's right. That's right. It's
We're gonna shuck that stick.
the best type of omelets when you're having veggie. You want to have fresh stuff here, so you want to get all of this stuff that's on here. It's not unlike what I'm sure pot growers do is when they're clipping their stuff.
I know what you're talking
You just
about.
want this. Sure, I got you. You want the end result. So take that stick, put the sticks in here. This is what's called a garbage pail. Every table's got to have a garbage pail. You know what I'm talking about? So take that, do that. At the same time too, Josh, chopping that basil, making it look nice, and you want it to almost, if you can, look at this parsley right here that's already chopped. Just like that. Okay. All right. Still got some chopping we got to do over on this side though, because we got green and red bell peppers over here. We've got mushrooms over here on this side. And remember I said that we want to get bacon going here too. So you're not without your chopping duties over here. Red pepper, green pepper, get on it.
God, Joe, I tried to make them
That's
not
right.
give us a knife. But
Let's
we got
get
knife.
some bacon going. Let's get some olive oil going. Lizzie, answer me this question.
Yes.
You're 2 CDs in. You guys sign with an illustrious label like Atlantic Records. I mean, you think about all the history of who has played on the Atlantic Records recording label. I mean, Ray Charles has been on that label. Led Zeppelin's been on that label. The Stones at one point did some stuff. When you guys start getting courted by A&R reps here, what year is this that we're getting courted by A&R
Let's see,
reps?
was that 05?
Yeah,
05.
end of 04,
Yeah.
beginning of
We
05.
started
Okay.
showcasing in New York. And,
Yeah, well, first thought is that, with as such as you call it, the illustrious label.
Yes.
What the hell do they want with a fan like us?
You're just like family trucksters in like in a station wagon or a van, right? At this point, you and RJ.
We had a conversion van, a 7-seater conversion van.
And is it the 4 of you from the get-go? Is it the 4 of you from the start?
Well, technically, my brother and I, RJ, the freaking crazy red.
We've been doing it together for about 15 years.
Yeah, we've been Halestorm since I was like 13 years old.
Going on 16 years actually.
Okay.
But it's been going on like 10 years with these.
Solid job, by the way, over here. Impressive skills over here,
Yeah,
too.
excellent shucking, right?
Yes.
Shucking.
He's one of the shuckers.
Keep it time, man. You know, it's shuck time.
I'm listening.
Oh, anyway, so it was.
Where
kind
were we?
of, yeah, it was kind of a weird chain of events that brought us to the Atlantic Records table. Because we've been shopping, you know, our
We went
CD.
to play
Yeah.
at Epic. We
Yeah,
went
Epic, Columbia.
Is it an EP that you're shopping at this point?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a sampling.
How much of your first full-length record is part of what you guys are shopping at this point?
Let's see, we
One
had it,
record.
we definitely had It's Not You, like,
Okay.
for forever.
Okay.
Now, every label kind of said the same thing, like, we love you, you guys are great live, everything's cool, but we don't know what to do with you.
Yeah.
You know, female on rock radio.
Is that what it was about?
That's
Is that
risky.
the elephant in the room there, right there?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Pretty
we're
much.
mostly primarily.
I am a girl. I have a skirt on. But anyway, so, you know,
What?
we had kind of said to ourselves, well, you know what, we're doing about 250 dates a year on our own.
Yes.
Let's say, you know, screw the labels for a while.
Yeah.
You know? And so, you know, we just were gigging around, and this club owner in New York City, Don Hill.
Don Hill.
In Greenwich.
Legendary.
Legendary Don
Legendary,
Hill.
yeah.
Really liked us, and yeah, he offered us like a kind of a house band spot.
Sure.
And so we went up to play, you know, his club, you know, many times. And every time that we would go there, it would be one of his friends that showed up to see us play. And one of those was a lawyer who ended up knowing some people that from Atlantic Records, and it ended up being like over a 7-month period of time. Like we just got to know like all the Atlantic people. Every time we would come, like then there was like the interns from Atlantic and like head of A&R, and then the head of Atlantic came, and we got to know like all of them and their families. So that by the time they actually popped the question, you know, we had gotten to know all of them, and we're like,
They got
dude, this
down
is
on
like
their
a
knee.
no-brainer. So we're very lucky.
That's what I'd always heard about Halestorm as a band, whether it was from the Indigo folks or from the Atlantic folks, was there was a real family feeling, not just because of the brother-sister type thing, but
I think,
just that vibe.
I think that family vibe rubs off on everybody, you know, from labels to, you know, even just, you know, these guys and our crew, you know, it's like a
To the band, other bands that you play with, maybe too.
I mean, yeah, definitely. Like we always feel like we've been fortunate enough to play with bands that are actually like that aren't you know they don't have egos or anything. It's pretty cool.
Sure. That's a solid. I love this color. This coloring.
I know,
This
it's beautiful.
green and red coloring is what it's all about. If you're going to do a cooking show,
So we're still cooking.
it's okay that you're putting the basil inside of that, because ultimately the three of them come together to make such a fresh, powerful flavor
We're making
inside
music,
of the
baby.
omelet. It's going to be both inside the omelet and outside of that.
We'll make a beautiful music together.
That's what the the sizzling of bacon. That's bacon music.
Now that is sexy.
That's
right there.
inspiring.
Now the four of you start out from going from the van, you guys get yourself from clubs to theaters, you go from theaters to catching on tours that eventually find yourselves with such a large amount of travel time that it requires a bus, and you're doing arenas and you're getting involved in places like that. And where I'm going with this is you start from everywhere with like the $25 per diem buyout that you're doing at the club with the deli tray to the catering.
$25, that's a lot.
It's like, I'm sure.
More
that-
like 10.
But you probably at some point, why don't you two want to rock on some mushrooms over there now that you're
Oh yeah, absolutely.
green coloring
This is
going?
enough green pepper. Do you want
It
more?
totally
yeah,
is.
I
want shrooms?
I like- I
Do
think-
shrooms on both
shrooms?
sides. Totally do. Shrooms on both sides, and then we can jump into some tomatoes
Freaking
too.
out, man.
We can load this thing up. The
Alright.
secret weapon of any omelet is cheese, and we're gonna get to that in a little bit. But when you guys go from that style of in the van to the bus, and you're doing catering, my question for you is, when you had those buyout moments, does it get old doing like some of the fast food chains or whatever? Did you want to try this type of stuff too that we're
No,
doing?
we never did. When we first got signed, they gave us some money to either buy a brand new van or a used RV, and we went for the used RV.
Okay.
So we would pretty much like we'd park up in Walmart parking lots. We'd park up in
Like campgrounds, and yeah. We actually
get
grilled out a lot.
groceries and
Grilled out a lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we
when you're
grilled,
grilling, what are we
Josh
talking
was the
about?
grill
Are we
master and
doing?
still is.
Excellent. Now, Josh, are you doing chicken? Were you doing chicken or are you
Yeah,
doing red meat? What are you
A
doing?
lot of fish.
Fish,
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of everything. We did it all really. I mean, kind of just we look for the deals, you know, and
Where do you want these?
if there was.
Let's do this. Let's go ahead and put that right there because we want to make sure to keep that separate. But ultimately what we're going to do is we're going to do a saute mix here of all of our veggies. And that's what I want to get started right now with what we're going to do over here, Lizzie. So we're going to get some of what we've already taken care of with getting some hot olive oil going right over here. And what we're going to have is some of that, like that bacon flavor that's going to come off of that. So that's
Can you
you're
smell
gonna
it?
be able to
Can you
really
smell it?
feel that. Have at it. We're gonna slide it right over there.
No, you can't smell it. You can't. You want to
We're
smell
gonna
it.
slide this right on
Oh,
over
is that-
here.
okay.
Yep.
There you go.
You need help right there.
Well, are we doing all of this or just some?
Do it, Kate. Take as much as you can right there and put it right there.
All right. How about some shrooms, huh?
That'll be what we'll do next.
All right. Cool. All right. That's it. Don't want to rush the shrooms.
Do this and
That's
then we'll
right.
try
Don't
to-
want to rush that shit.
So I kind of went a little, I was a little overzealous with the red pepper.
Yeah.
There's no such thing, Lizzie.
Oh yeah, we got shrooms.
You want all this in
everybody.
here?
And you know what? Hold off on
Yeah,
that
I
right
was gonna
there.
say. Looks like a good amount.
Look at this master at work right here.
Yes.
So you guys can grill out. Do you guys get a plate like this? Do you guys plug in some electricity? Do you keep it all charcoal or
we
you go gas?
What we had was an RV, and it had a range. I mean, it had a
So we could do
stovetop.
stuff inside and then he had the grill outside.
That's-
so-
yeah, we
That's
also
like
had
the
like a
big
little
downside of
little
like the tour
travel.
buses.
Yeah, big
is
downside
that
of the tour bus.
They don't have a stovetop.
Stovetop, yeah.
Yeah, just microwave.
RJ, do they have a shower in it? Do you guys actually have a shower in like the
Yeah, we have a shower, but we don't use it.
Okay.
It's
Obviously.
We have used it if
Yeah,
it
can
was
you
like
tell?
dire needs, but
Yeah.
usually the showers
It's
just
storage.
become storage.
Showers
yeah.
at the venue mostly.
Shower is storage. So
I think I used the
shower,
shower like
a
twice.
shower is like rule number one, really, of the bus. And we all know what rule number one of the bus is. So
Yeah.
Don't poop on the bus.
that's right.
Don't put
Nothing more that needs to be
in the
said.
toilet.
The rule of 3 Ps.
Rule
No
number
paper,
one is no number
poop,
2.
No
And no
puke.
Final stage of getting veggies cut up and prepared is
As we're
grabbing
cooking.
some tomato, and we can do tomato on both sides. And
Joey.
you want to ask yourself, are you a tomato pulp muscle guy or not, or gal for this for the case of this interview? I'm a non-muscle pulp person. I like to kind of gut my tomato. So what I'll
Gotcha.
do is cut both sides on each side. This side right here, that side on that side.
See,
And
we're
kind of
learning.
do a little gut, and it'll get some of that out of
Hit
there.
the snot
This
out.
is how we learn.
That's right. You can't do.
This is like public educational television. This is great. You know?
True. Thank you for
We should
that.
ought to be on PBS right now.
You can't do any omelet station without hash browns. You're not going to be able to do any real solid,
I
I
gotta go
believe.
first, Joe.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you want to take some hash browns. You got that going over here on this side of the plate, right over here. We'll get that up. Better make
You never
sure.
make it in Nashville without the hash.
Look at that. Master. Are those potatoes?
I want to make sure that we didn't lose power
Is
again.
that cheese or potato?
Hey,
This
we-
is it looks like cheese, but it is
That's
potatoes.
potatoes, yeah.
I shaved these this
I'm
morning.
a hash brown lover, so. I
Aficionado.
love them smothered, covered, and
All right.
smashed.
Do you find yourself saying, "Hey, we just passed a Waffle House. Let's pull over."
It's an awful house.
Is it?
Actually, guys, this is a fun story.
Yeah, Waffle House story.
This is a fun story. We were actually, one of our first tours in 2006, we had our old RV, 1991 Santera. It was a piece of crap.
Okay.
It was a big dog Winnebago. And,
Did you name it?
Yeah, we named it Stormin' Norman.
Okay.
And we actually broke down
Oh,
in Nashville for like a week. And, we were at this hotel right next to a Waffle House, so it was Waffle House every morning.
Let's get some salt and pepper going on all this.
Gotcha.
But it was a fun week. We all got tattoos and yeah, it was
To
fun.
commemorate it. From
Yeah,
Yeah, we got that
Waffle
too.
House.
We actually broke down in a little town called Bucksnort, Tennessee. Do you guys know Bucksnort?
No Bucksnort
Tennessee?
very well.
They towed us to Nashville 2 days later, and we got to stay here for a week. Yeah, it was Waffle House every morning.
Every morning.
So now we're kind of like we can't do Waffle House anymore. Kind of leaves us, yeah.
Is that the only
Yeah.
collective group tattooing? Was that one?
That was.
Yeah.
That's the one.
We went in, it was a, there were big signs everywhere that said no swearing. It's a very strange.
Christian tattoo shop.
tattoo shop. We didn't realize that at the time, but there was no swearing.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it was
We
very
have one
strange
last
communication.
piece to the veggie puzzle. That is an onion and a garlic. We always grab these last because garlic itself, if you put it on too early, it can kind of get a little bit bitter.
I'm just gonna make it look like I'm
Just
doing
kind of like
something.
oregano. That's good.
Yeah, man, so yeah, we're just cooking some stuff.
So I throw garlic on this side,
Mix
onion
some-
on this side,
mix in
and
the
we'll pop
mushrooms,
that in
man.
over here at the end.